Now, let's learn about synonyms and partial synonyms.
A synonym is a word that has the same meaning, whereas a partial synonym is a word that has a similar meaning but also has some difference. For example, check the following partial synonyms.
Now, select the synonym of the following words. Use an MS Excel spreadsheet to write the number of the question and the letter of your answer and then email it to your teacher.
Learning synonyms both in Spanish and English is very important. When you start learning English, you tend to think first in Spanish and then translate into English. Usually to sound interesting you try to use fancy words. Don't do that. Use simple words. If you try to say something in English but you don't know the word, look for another word in Spanish and try in English. If you can't, look for another synonym in Spanish and check to see if you now know the word in English. Repeat the process until you find a word you know in English. When you are confident in English you don't need to think in Spanish first.
The way to expand your vocabulary is by reading in both English and Spanish. Think, for example, if you were asked to describe the picture to the right. The first problem that you would have is that you don't know the vocabulary to describe it. The thing here is that you don't know that you know. Remember that intelligence is when some isolated bits of information connect suddenly inside your head and you can solve a problem. Think. Split the problem.
What is this?
If you need to walk out of the room, you walk straight ahead and hit the wall. That is what happens when you don't know a word. You look for a synonym in your head. You walk backwards, walk one step to the left and try again and again until you find the way out. Inside your head you look for a synonym until you find the right word to say. What is this? You know this word. It's a cognate. What goes first? The adjective goes first, then the noun. Got it? Connect the bits of information. Yes,
Es un balneario.
it's a water park. Well, that's all for today's lesson. Have a good day.